Hi everyone, welcome to BIM Guru. In this session, we'll discuss about more features of Navisworks that we did not discover in our last video. In our last video, we have seen the append and merge option right there. We have discovered the class detection. We have discussed about selection tree and properties, saved viewpoints, those kind of things we have covered in our last video. If you did not check it out, please check it out right now and then jump on this video. Okay, now in this video we'll discuss about some more features of now we'll discover some more features in this session as well. So first of all, right there you can see we'll start from home tab and we'll cover the maximum portion. We cannot cover all today, so we'll cover some of these main, like timeliner is the main feature of Navisworks, so we'll create a separate video on that one. Quantification as well, animator and rendering as well. These are separate bigger and very important key features of Navisworks that will cover one by one in a detailed way in further videos. As of now, we'll cover some small but very important features of Navisworks in this session. So I'll start from this option. Append and merge we already discovered. Now we'll go with the refresh. Refresh is some kind of, it is very useful if you are working in NWF format. Okay, I did not tell you about Navisworks files sets. Actually the NWF files are kind of combined files of multiple NWC files, and NWC files are extracted from Navis and from Revit and other softwares as well, that we have discovered in our last video, that how many formats Navis supports. So all those formats are for NWC, so all those softwares can extract the NWC format, and those NWC format, multiple NWC format will be appended right here in this Navisworks, and then we can create a NWF file by saving that proper set. But always remember, NWF file is totally dependent on these NWC files. If you are deleting any NWC file, it will not reflect in your NWF. But if you are saving that NWF as NWD, Navisworks document, then that document will be it is a read-only document, what we can say. Yes, we can review that one, we can add it in that one, but if we are changing, we are updating any NWC file, like we are replacing any NWF file, sorry, not an NWF, NWC file right there, that NWC changes will not be visible in the NWD. So if those kind of situation happens, that then in that case we need to refer NWF instead of NWD file. Now if I'll talk about the NWD, what is the importance of the NWD and NWF as well. If you are working internally and imagine you are running the clashes on weekly basis or day by day basis, then you need not to create like single clash report for each day. You can create a NWF, and then you can create the clash tests as well, that we already covered in the last video, and we can just refresh the NWCs the NWF file after exporting all the NWC files from Revit software. Imagine if you're working on Revit software, then export all the NWC files, the latest NWC files, replace the location where you have placed previously your NWC files, and then open the NWF file, or you can directly open the NWF file, then you can replace the NWCs, and right there you can use this refresh command to take the latest NWF file, then it will be reflected in your NWF. That is kind of internal thing what we can say. And what is the NWD then? If imagine we are sharing something, our model or whatever report we have generated in Navisworks, then we always share in NWD format. Why? Because NWD is a document only. We not need to attach or engage any of NWCs or NWF, nothing. We can directly share an NWD file. But if we are sharing an NWF file, then we need to make sure that we are sharing the NWC files as well, which are directly linked with it. So that is the difference in between NWC, NWF and NWT. I hope now it is clear to you. Now we got the point about the refresh as well. Like if you're working in NWF majority portion, then we need to refresh it at the point. If I'll rotate it, I'll come on this second point, that is reset all something. Okay, now if I'll drop it down, there are three options: appearances, transform and links. What are these three? Let's cover one by one. Imagine you're working on a model and you are reviewing, you are changing something like that. You want to change the color of the walls, and you have moved any of the element in Navisworks. Those kind of things you have done, and you have worked a lot on the model again, but you forget that which model, which element you have moved, or those kind of things. Then how you can reset all the things in one go? That is the feature reset all. For example, if I'll show you, if I'll click on this wall right there, select same. We already discussed this point as well in our previous video. Click on same name. I have selected all the walls which are having the same name of this wall. Okay, if I'll go right there, right click, override items, override color as well, and I want to give color to green. Imagine. Okay, now you can see all the walls are in green color that I have changed, but that is not the default color of these walls, right? And one more thing, firstly we'll go one by one. Okay, so if I'll go right there, I'll click on reset all and appearance. You can see my walls are again in their original color. Okay, the second point was transforms. Okay, imagine I was just reviewing this model and I have clicked on this wall, click on item tools, and I'll move this wall a little bit right there because I want to see inside something like that. I'll move this one upward as well so that we can see something. Okay, so there are two ways actually to do that thing. Either you can click on the element, click on item tools, click on transform, and you can see if I'll make it 0, sorry, selection tools, transform 0, perfect. Now it will be right there. Or you can directly, if I'll control that again, okay, one more option is item tools. Right here you can see reset transform. This will be the same as we have seen with reset or something like that. But what is the difference? If you click right there, you need to select all the elements and then click on reset transform. Right now I selected that particular element, so that is why it has resetted that particular element only. But imagine there are multiple elements. Okay, in that case we could not select all the elements in one go. So in that case what we can do, we can come right there, reset all and transform. Perfect. So it will be like that. Now if I'll come on the third option, that is links. Imagine I want to comment on this particular wall something, any comment. Okay, and I want to give some kind of hyperlink or link so that that particular assigned person who is updating the comments, he can jump out on that particular link and he can review what was the issue right there. Okay, so for that one I'll assign a link to this particular wall. I'll right click right there and you can see the links and add link. Right there this kind of pop-up has come. You can give any name, like I wanted to give wall, I wanted to give link right there for the reference of that particular person. Right now I am giving a website of Google. Okay, I'm just giving an example how it will work. Okay, label, you can go with the hyperlink or just label like what it shows, like the wall or hyperlink, this link, but I'm going with the label as of now and click on OK. Okay, first of all I'll uncheck that particular command. Yeah, now if I'll go with the links right there, if I'll turn on, you can see the hyperlink is activated. Now if I'll move my cursor right there, you can see the website name as well. If I click on that wall, it will show me the website that I have put right there in that link. So that's how it will work, and I can turn off by clicking on this one, or if I want to delete this one as well, I can directly click on, sorry, I can right click on that one and edit the link, click on that particular link and delete the link. Okay, perfect. That is how we can delete that one as well. Or suppose I want to remove all those kind of links. Right now I have just created this one, so but I want to tell you, if I'll click on reset all, click on links, it will be removed. So these are both the ways. On that basis we can remove the links on those kind of things. Yeah, now if I'll come on the third option, that is file option. Now if I'll come on the third option, that is file option. Sometimes what happens, right now it's not lagging with in my system, but sometimes what happens that if you are reviewing your model in 3D in Navisworks, it does not show the proper element, it cuts the elements, some kind of thing happens. So what you can do at that moment, you can go with the clipping planes, and you can go with the fixed and far as well for the fixed. At that position it will be clear, but right now my model is quite fine, so there's not any need of doing that one. Okay, now if I'll come on the other option and select and search, you can see the first option in select. Okay, right now my mouse is on arrow mode, so if I click on element, any element, it will be selected. Okay, you can see in selection tree as well. But imagine I want to select whole building or multiple elements. In that case, what I can do, there are two options of doing that one. Either you can click on control and you can click on each element that you want to select, something like that. I want to select whole building, but that is very tedious task for me to select each and every element, those kind of things. What I can do in that situation, I can click on this drop down, I'll click on select box, and I'll click on my left button of mouse and drag to the right bottom. All the elements are selected of this one. So that is how we can select multiple elements over the whole building at one go. Okay, so let's cover now. If I'll go with the holes, if I wanted to create sets that we already covered in our last video, how we can create selection sets, and this video will cover how we can create search set as well. So if I'll click on this wall right there, if I'll come this panel, all those kind of, you can see select same, those are the properties of this particular element, and those properties you can see in property panel right there as well. If I click on this one, you can see item, material, all those kind of things. You can see these are right there as well, so it can be selected from one of them. So now if I'll go with the majority time, we go with the same name only. So if I'll click on select same name, it will select all the walls having the same name, like basic wall. So it has selected all the basic walls right there. If I'll click on save selection, it will create one set. Okay, if I'll click on sets right there, yeah, you can see remember this icon, this is rectangular blue icon right there. Okay, if I click on search set, how we can create the search set, we have discussed about selection tree in previous video, so we are not considering as of now. Right there, if I'll go with this option as well, there are three options. If I'll click on select all, it will select whole elements in the project. Right there you can see in selection tree as well, it has selected all the elements. But if I'll go with the select none, it deselect or unselect all the elements. Okay, if I'll select this wall and go with right here, click on invert selection, it does not select that particular wall and select all the elements. So these are three options and the selection command of this one. Now if I'll jump on to this find items, if I click on that one, this kind of pop-up will open. Okay, and select, I'll unselect all the elements. Now I'll go with the find element. Okay, right there, this filter category is right there. If I'll click on category, I want to select an item. Okay, I want to select only this one. I'm creating a search set for this one. Okay, I'll tell you the difference. I've selected the item, I'll go with the file name, that should be equal to, and the file name should be my this one, project 4 I'm selecting. Okay, I'll click on find all. Yeah, right there you can see it is selected. So that is how it works. And if I'll click on search set again, manage sets, right there this icon is highlighted, save search, that we have searched right now. If I click on this one, project 4, something like that, you can see. Okay, if I'll click on this one, it selects whole building. What is the difference? You can see the icon difference is right there. What is the difference in search set and selection set is that selection sets will be defined in that particular NWF file or NWD file. We cannot move those one, we cannot share those one or transfer those ones in another NWF format. Okay, but the search set can be shared in another NWF formats as well. That is the basic difference. If you are creating multiple NWF files, then it will be best practice if you are going with the search sets, because if you are going with the search set as well, those will be reflected in your class reports, in class tests as well, and in that point you can create XML format of your class tests, and you can transfer all those class tests in another project as well, and those search sets will be transferred as well, but not the selection sets. So that is very common and basic difference in between these two. Now if I'll move on this one, find item file and select all those. If I'll search right here, quick find, what we can say, if I want to search doors and directly click on this one, you can see the door is highlighted, all the doors categories. It is kind of very quick command, what we can say, for searching. Either we have the proper selection tree, with that help we can also select that one. Okay, yeah, and no, yeah, perfect. Search sets we already covered, manage sets right there. If I'll open this one, you can create the folder as well if you are going with particular folder structure. Imagine I want to create multiple search sets. Okay, so I can create this folder, search set, and I can drag that particular search set into this one. You can see this kind of thing. Same thing we can go with creating by one folder, and we can go with that whole selection set as well, but right now I'm not going with that one. Now right here you can see selection inspector as well. If I click on that one, first of all I need to select an element. If I'll select the door right there, click on selection inspector, you can see it will show us kind of details of this door. Let's stretch it, and yeah, you can see item type is door, dimensions given. And imagine if you are okay, I moved this one, I'll select the door again. If you are some other place, this is a smaller building, but imagine you are working on bigger project and you missed where is that particular door. What you can do, you can directly click on this icon, show item, it will be right there. If I zoom out a little bit, oh, sorry, I missed it. Let me see why it is not highlighting. It should highlight. Let me check. I have selected right. I'm not sure. Yes, highlighted now. Sometimes it. So right now, imagine if you are at this position. Imagine, okay. Just click on that icon. Okay, I guess I changed some settings before jumping on the session. I'll go with perspective, that's fine. It works, I guess, but yeah, let me see. If I'll go right there again, yeah, select that one. Yeah, it shows. I am not sure why it was previously not showing. So that's how it will work. Otherwise you can directly click on the hide unselected and it will be shown right there. Okay, so there are multiple ways of doing that one, no worries. Oh, we covered this one. Yeah, this category visibility thing. There are four options. Hide. Yeah, if I click on that one, that particular door will be highlighted. If you are again, what I can say, do not go on that command. Directly press Ctrl H if you are hiding something, and if you want to show that particular element again without selecting any another element, you can directly at this moment press Ctrl H again. It will be shown. But imagine you have pressed Ctrl H. Now you have selected this one. Now you cannot press Ctrl H and show that particular element. If you will press Ctrl H, that particular wall will be hide again. Okay, so in that case what you can do, you can click right there and hide all. Okay, so all the elements will be unhided. The second command, the require thing, if you want any particular element that I want this particular element to be on priority, something like that, you can directly press Ctrl plus R, or you can click on this particular icon as well. Okay, now this third option is hide unselected. Okay, it means if I have selected this particular door, if I click on this one, it will hide all the element that I did not selected except this particular door, because I have selected this one. Okay, if I click on unhide all, yeah, this is the last thing as well. There are two options, unhide all or unrequire all, that we discussed, that if you have assigned multiple elements the requirement thing, and now we want that all the elements that I have categorized as required, now I want to uncheck all of them, then I can click on unrequire all. Okay, that's how we can fix it. Links we already covered. Quick properties, right now you can see I did not selected this one, I did not turn on this one. If I'll go on any wall, I'm not clicking anywhere, but nothing is coming, like the pop-up is not coming what it is, something like that. If I click on this one, then I can see in property. But imagine if I click on this quick properties, if I'll move my cursor right there, you can see this is a basic wall. If I'll move right there, this is model text. If I'll come right there, this is a door, something like that. So this is quick property, that is we can use. Properties we already covered in the last session. If I click on any element, all the properties will be right there. Sometimes it is not sure because as we have discussed in our last video, it's not from Revit, it is directly imported in Navisworks. So that is why sometimes it creates the bug. Right now you can see for the walls it's showing all the properties. The same thing it will show for the door as well. Sometimes it does not show, no worries, but it will show all the properties right there. Okay, class detection we already cover it, and all those kind of property, those kind of options will cover in separate videos, because these are a very big and very important topics to cover with. Okay, so thanks a lot guys, we'll wrap up this video right here only. Let's meet in my next video. Thanks a lot guys.